Hey guys, it's DoubleWinning, and today I've got kind of a shorter video for you. I'll have a gameplay up probably as well, but I saw a video on YouTube that was basically talking about how to get yourself to your next division or tier. So like from Gold 1 to Plat 5, from Silver 1 to Gold 5, from Bronze 1 to Silver 5. Trying to push yourself to that next level, or even from like Gold 2 to Gold 1, etc. And it's kind of a temporary fix, but it's still pretty nice to know. And what it is basically you go to your LoL King. I screenshotted mine here. This is just like the top X amount of champions here, and you sort by performance. And then you're going to want to basically try and play these champions as they've shown to be your more beneficial champions. Of course, you're going to have to do a little manual sorting as well, because there's going to be some in here that just aren't as accurate as LoL King portrays them to be. Examples of this would be my Olaf here. This was Olaf of the old. I haven't played Olaf in a long time, so I'd want to cross him out because while my stats are really good with him, that was back when he was like full tank, and then he got nerfed to the ground and then reworked, and so definitely not a viable option for me anymore because I haven't played him in forever. I'd also want to probably cross out ones that I personally know aren't as good for me anymore. Kha'Zix would be one. My Kha'Zix just has kind of fallen out of favor. Jarvan is one that I would want to probably stray away from just because my stats have kind of gone down as him. But definitely still keep it as an option, maybe as like a secondary jungler there. But then the rest of these are pretty good, and I'm going to kind of go through why and like different things that you should be accounting for. So if you're one thing you want to account for when you're going through your stats is kind of look at your deaths. If you're getting more than like 7 deaths a game, then you're probably going to avoid that champion. So if you look here, while my Pantheon stats are 3 and 1, I'm getting like 7 deaths per game, and you want to minimize dying as much as you can in solo queue. So I'm going to go ahead and cross out Pantheon. Then we're gonna look for champions that we don't really have very much experience on. Sion, I've played him 2 games. While I did feel comfortable in those games, I'm just going to go ahead and cross him out just so we can kind of do process of elimination here. There are some champions in here who maybe don't look as favorable, but maybe you know differently. You have to be strong, you have to be judgmental against yourself as well, though, because you can't be like, oh, but I really enjoy playing this champion. I have Renekton and Jax and stuff, and Blitzcrank down in the bottom, and I really, really enjoy playing them, but my stats on them are garbage, so I can't think about those playing those right now. An example of that for me would be Wukong. While I'm 11 and 11 with Wukong, when I started the season, I was like 2 and 7. So my recent stats with Wukong are like. That'd be like 9 and 4. So that's not bad. And so like these death stats would probably be a little bit lower. So I definitely still want to give Wukong the good to go there. Ahri, I don't feel comfortable with Ahri. That comfortable with Ahri. So I would probably cross her out. Just because while I'm 3 and 1 with her, if you see here, I have a negative KD. While my KDA is positive, since I get a good amount of assists per game, the 6.5 deaths per game is pretty detrimental. I definitely don't think that should be something you're getting on like a mobile assassin. So we're starting to lower this list down here a little bit. If you see, I only have 180 carry in the whole list here, and that's because I'm not a very good skilled 80 carry. And you'll see that's Ezreal. And so while my Ezreal stats aren't that great, he is going to be my go-to 80 carry, it seems like, for the season. So we're going to go ahead and give him a check mark. If I'm forced to play 80 carry, that's who I'm going to want to go for. Next we have Rengar. While he has been nerfed, he's always been pretty much a go-to top laner for me. I need to make sure, though, that I'm picking him in the correct matchups, and generally I want to pick him later on, or make sure that champions like Jax are banned, or champions that I struggle with. So definitely a Rengar is still good to go in my books if I get top lane, because I've put a lot of games into him. And that's one thing is, while I have like a 60-something win percentage, same thing with Fizz, I have a lot of games played, so it showed that they are consistent. If I had like 8 games played and I had like a 60, whatever win percentage, then it would be kind of less beneficial, but with that many games played, 60% is not bad. So I'm going to go ahead and give Fizz and Rengar the go-to. Fizz for mid lane, Rengar for top lane. If we look at support here, I really have one support that really stands out really well. I have Sona, Nunu, and like Soraka down in the bottom there, but when it comes to supporting, I pretty much always go for Leona, because you can see here I have pretty good stats with Leona in terms of win rate. I talked about having good experience with the champion, but you also want to look at maybe things that you like need to give a bit more of a chance here. So like Trundle, I'm 4-0 with Trundle, so I definitely think that warrants maybe a few more games with him. So I definitely want to give Trundle the check mark here. Xin Zhao, my stats aren't that great with Xin Zhao. I have a negative KD, a positive KDA with Xin Zhao, and 72% win ratio, 8-3. I actually recently played him and won. But one thing to note here is he is my go-to jungle, or at least he was for a while, and so that was just terrible. I'm going to go ahead and give him the check mark just because I'm not that good at jungle, but Xin Zhao is pretty straightforward, and he plays to my strengths, or he plays to my weakness, I guess, of not being that great of a jungler, and so he's really straightforward, though, so it's really easy to play Xin Zhao in the jungle. Shen, it's kind of a toughie here because while I think Shen is solid, I think my Shen is pretty good. My stats with him have been wavering a little bit, so he's going to be kind of like a halvesy, whatever that is, not going to be my first choice. I'm also going to give one of those to Jarvan. It's not my first choice, but if I have to, then I can play those two. And so that leaves my my champion pool here to Rengar, Trundle, and maybe Shen top. Leona support pretty much always, Xin Zhao jungle, or maybe Jarvan jungle. Fizz mid lane, Ezreal AD carry. Wukong I can do mid or top. And so that, in theory, will help increase my win rates. Because I'm playing champions that I'm most effective with in their most effective roles. And I'm not like just trying out new stuff in ranked, which if I pull up my LoL King here, oops, let's see here. Probably should have had this up. So here, let me pull up my LoL King, and I can show you guys how many characters I've used in this ranked season. And there are some characters that I have really bad stats with. So that hopefully helps you guys out. I think you guys should do the same. Just take a screenshot of like your top page here at Champions and just kind of go through the same process I did. I would be interested to see in the comments below who you found as your like highest performance champions, or maybe champions that you're surprised to see that you've done so well with. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I know this was a bit of a shorter non-gameplay video. I hope that's okay with you guys. I'll have a gameplay up here pretty soon as well. And as always, guys, stay classy and keep winning.